Hi, and welcome to this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Care Program, and I have a very active puppy here with me. This is Walter. Walter was surrendered by his owner because they didn't have time for him. You know, with puppies and kittens, it's really important. They need a lot of time, a lot of training, and Walter is no exception to that rule here. He has just a whole lot of energy going on here. Really cute Beagle mix puppy. He's about 5 months old. We absolutely know that Walter will get adopted. Get adopted really quick. So come on down to meet Walter. He's a Beagle mix, about 5 months old. Again, lots of energy. Needs to be taught some manners and how to be a nice, sweet little puppy. He's talking for us here. But again, puppies need lots of training. He is a Beagle mix is what we're calling him, and but just a really sweet-natured dog. He just wants to play and be around people, but it's real important to make sure that they get the good training that they need. So come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter and meet Walter. He'll be adopted really quick, so come down quick. And here I have Junior with me, a little bit slower pace than the last little puppy we had up here, Walter. Junior is a domestic short-haired kitten, really cute. I'm not going to say anything for a minute, so maybe you can hear him purring. Really cute, adorable kitten. A little bit too young to be neutered yet. He can be adopted, but he needs to stay here until he gets neutered. So we're trying to put on a little bit of extra weight for him until he's about 2 pounds. I think he's about 1.5 pounds now, so got a little bit more to go, a little bit more growing to do, but just such a cute kitten. He was running around playing in his kennel before I got him, so now he's not really sure what he's doing or what he's supposed to do. But just a really sweet kitten. He is a male. Again, he will be neutered before he gets adopted or before he goes home. But come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter and you can take a look at him, and he is actually available for adoption yet, just needs to stay for the surgery. He'll have his initial vaccinations and be ready to find his forever home. And of course we want that forever home to be an indoor home only. So come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter, and again, this is Junior. And here I have with me Burma. Burma is a beautiful female domestic short-haired cat. She's got these beautiful colorings. There's some reds and golds and stripes and swirls and just some beautiful colorings. You can see those beautiful stripes on her face there. She's about 10 weeks old, so she's ready for adoption. She still needs to be spayed, so we're getting her spayed before she goes to her new home. Of course, that's very important. We want to make sure that all of the animals are spayed or neutered before they get adopted into new homes. She's a little on the shy side, so needs a little bit of socialization, but you can kind of see some of that beautiful coloring there. Just a real sweet kitten here. Of course, with all of our kittens, we want them to be indoors and at home with their families. She's just a sweet little girl, and it's not safe for them to be outdoors. So we really encourage indoor homes, and we encourage people to consider the options rather than declawing their cats. There's a lot of other alternatives to declawing a cat. That's the last thing that we want to happen here at the Ames Animal Shelter. So again, this is Burma. She's a female. We're estimating about 10, 11 weeks old. She is old enough to be spayed, so we have her scheduled for that surgery, and then she'll be able to go to her new home. So come on down and meet Burma here at the Ames Animal Shelter. She's just one of many cats that we have available. And also consider some of the adults that we have too, not just the kittens that are here. The adults really need homes at this time of the year, so come down and take a look at them, especially here Burma. She's such a sweet kitten. And here I have with me Yuma. Yuma actually came in with Burma, the last kitten that you just saw here on the show. And she's also a domestic short hair. She is solid black. Very similar temperament as Burma, but Yuma is maybe a little bit more on the shy side. She's kind of looking for a place to hide here. with the camera and the light. She's a little nervous about all this, but a real sweet kitten. She's also available for adoption. She is old enough and weighs enough to be spayed, so she's really available right now. So if you want to come on down and take a look at Yuma, Burma is also available for adoption. They could be adopted together if you would like. But Yuma, we think that she's probably the same as Burma, probably about 11 weeks old, somewhere in that range. Available for adoption now at the Ames Animal Shelter. So come on down and meet Yuma. And here I have Gil with me. Gil is a very, very special kitten. We're very lucky that Gil is with us here today. He was found in a storm drain about 19 feet down at the university here. And for a few days we had received calls from people that had heard a kitten down there. And every time we went out there, Gil would hide. He would run down the drains. But we finally put a trap down there, or we had the trap down there, and finally Gil went inside. He was hungry enough. When we got him, he was so skinny. And really just having a hard time surviving. He's now putting on some weight. He's here with us. He's safe. He is available for adoption, and kind of similar with the other kittens. We have to wait until Gil weighs enough before he can be neutered. He's a male. We're estimating he's probably about 8 weeks old, but because being down there in the storm drain, he didn't have access to food. So he's much smaller and thinner than he should be at his age. But just a really sweet kitten with a really sad story, but a very happy ending. So come on down and meet Gil. We'd love to talk to you about him. He's definitely a very special kitty in our hearts, and we want to make sure that Gil gets the best home, and that Gil's always going to be indoors, so he's never going to be in danger again, and definitely never go down the storm drain again. So come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter and meet Gil. Thank you for watching this episode of Animals and Ames. We're really excited to share our animals with you. They're in your homes, but come on down to the shelter and meet them in person. I guarantee you you're going to fall in love with a few of them at least. Remember, that's just a sampling of the animals that we have available for adoption. And please don't forget that during this time of the year when there's lots of kittens, please don't forget the adult cats. They really need to find homes. Again, they're safe here at the Ames Animal Shelter, and we're going to keep them here until we find those forever loving homes. But some of them really should be in a home. They'd be much more relaxed on your bed rather than being here in the kennels. Before we end, I'd really love to put out a special and warm, sincere thank you to all of the volunteers that came down for the renovation day that we had. We're very fortunate to receive a grant from greatergood.org in Pedigree, and had so many wonderful volunteers come down here. Some of the city employees, former city employees, and just people that really love animals and care about the shelter and the animals that we care for in the community. This is a great example of this room right here. You're probably used to the flower background here, and I've received a lot of comments over the months about that background, and now it's this beautiful blue color, and the cats seem to like this room. This really is their room. We just borrow it from them for the show. But we did so many things here for the animals at the shelter. We've made the dog play yards safe and secure, so we know that a dog is not going to escape and run onto the road. We also put up some shade structures for them, so it's nice and cooler in the warm summer months, as we know it gets really warm here in Ames. So just a lot of really neat things that we did here at the shelter. We're hoping to make it more inviting for people to come down and visit us and visit the animals. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for helping the Ames animals and the Ames Animal Shelter. We really appreciate it. Thank you.